Do you ever come up with a really good business name and you're like, man, that'd be a really good name for a business? So if you ever have this question, what if my business name is taken? Then this video is for you. I'm Blogging Brandy and this is BLABoss, where I teach you how to brand like a boss so that people will want to blab about your brand. And in this video, I'm going to teach you essentially how to know if someone's using the name for your business. But be sure to stay tuned until the end of this video, because even though this video is jam-packed with amazing content, I take all of this amazing stuff and teach you essentially how to put it into a business plan itself. The first step in deciding or thinking about a name for your business is to actually do some research and see if someone's already using your name.
Because if they're already using it, you're probably not going to want to use it, right?
Why would anybody want to use the same name? And plus it might end up being some type of copyright or trademark infringement if you were to use somebody else's name. So the best way to avoid this is to do some research up front, make sure nobody's using it, and if they are using it, in what capacities. I've come up with a couple of names before where I saw somebody maybe had the website, but they didn't have the social media handles. And to me, a social media handle, being able to have all the same social media handles on all the platforms, is way more important than having the website, because you can kind of pick and choose your website or make your website your slogan or your tagline. So for instance, in this series, it's about how to brand like a boss. Right now, somebody actually owns the URL for Brand Like a Boss, but I bought how to brand like a boss. And they're not really using the domain, so I don't know, that might be something that I bid on later on.
Hopefully that person's never watching this video.
But that's something that I chose for the domain. Now, I thought, okay, on social media, I can't have Brand Like a Boss, but I used something a little different, and that was BLABoss Inc., which is BLABoss Incorporated.
It's not like the most amazing name, but it works, right?
And I can always try to change this later on, because you can change your social handles later on. How do you research this? You're like, okay, Brandy, well, I get it. I get why it's so important. But how do I actually do this and know that nobody's using this name? So let me break it down for you. If you want to do this the quick way, go to Google and type in name checker. I know that sounds weird, but that's just what people kind of call it. And I would check to see if anybody's using your name. Now there's a couple of them that'll pop up, but what it does is these sites will actually search the entire internet for you and say, okay, somebody's using the website, and they might be using the org or the biz or the .com. So it runs a full search for website and social, your URLs and your social handles. Now, if it was me personally, I would do this manually, and that's the way that I normally will always do it. If I was doing a manual search, the first thing is I would go to GoDaddy and I would run a URL search, and I'd just see if anybody's using that domain name and if it's available to purchase. Because if it's available to purchase, more than likely nobody's using the name. Not completely, but it's a good place to start. Now, I personally use GoDaddy, but that's just because I love GoDaddy and that's what I use to buy my domain names. So after I've searched GoDaddy and made sure that nobody's using the website URL, then I say, okay, well, what about social media? Is anybody using it on social media? So I'll literally go to Twitter in the search tab and put the @ symbol and the handle and search to see if anybody's using that handle. Same thing with Instagram, same thing with Facebook, and all the social media platforms. I will go look and just search. Sometimes I'll search hashtags too, but I'll just search the name with or without the @ symbol and just see what kind of comes up. The third thing that I do after I've looked at the URL to make sure it's available, I've checked the social media handles and now I know it's available. So what I want to do is just do a quick Google search. Google search. What is up with me today? So I'll do a quick Google search. And when I search Google, I'm looking to see what anybody's posted under this name. Is somebody talking about in a blog post? Is it like a horrible company? Is somebody already using it? You'll start to learn a lot from Google. And if you don't know why I talk about Google all the time, it's because Google is the #1 search engine, like, in the world. So that's what I focus on. After I've done all of these three things, so I've checked the domain, checked the social handle to make sure it's available, and done a Google search. That's all three. Now I'm gonna do the quick search for the name checker and see if it's available. So that's pretty much how I do it manually. Personally, you could do the quick way and then the manual way. Be like, okay, well, cool, it doesn't look like anybody's using it. Now let me just go manually check it real quick, double check that, and then set it up. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But those are the steps that I would say to take and make sure that nobody's using the name that you're wanting to use. So you'll know for sure. So whenever you build a business, you need what's called a branding kit. Tons of businesses have these branding kits, and you want to build one for yourself. So whether you hire a designer or whether you're just going back yourself to grab these things, you want to have all of these things in one place. So that's what I show you in my branding guide, is how to put all this stuff together and have it all in one place. You can pick that up in the description below this video. I'm Blogging Brandy. This is BLABoss, aka Brand Like a Boss. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.